Hello, welcome to Align. Tonight we have two blocks and a strap available, and we may use them at some point. For tonight, we'll just start kneeling on our block. So we come to hands and knees, taking a block between your ankles, and sitting back on the edge of the block, and resting your hands in your lap. Just gently close your eyes. And start to feel how the body moves with your breath. Relaxing your tongue down and away from the roof of your mouth. Relaxing your throat and your soft palate. And on our next inhale, you're going to slowly start to lengthen your breath to a slow 4 or 5 count in your head. A nice, long, steady breath. As you inhale, explore if you can bring the breath down into the belly, allowing the belly to expand like a balloon with the inhale. And gently pulling the belly in as you exhale. And taking your time, you start to lengthen the exhale so that the inhale and exhale are the same length. After your next inhale, we add a slight pause. Exhale and pause. Taking a moment here without judgment or criticism, and observing how your body feels. Just being aware of any aches or pains, tightness or stiffness. Those areas that may be holding tension. Taking a moment to observe the breath, observing the effort it takes to fill the lungs. And lastly, we observe the stillness of the mind, you present on your mat. And if you choose to do so, you can set an intention for your practice. Slowly we open the eyes. We're going to extend our arms up to our sides, palms facing up. You come forward, crossing right over left, bending at the elbows. Right hand comes around, grabs that left thumb, and lift the elbows the same height as your shoulders. And breathe. And slowly release, arms back out to your sides. And this time left over right, bending the elbows. That right hand comes around, grabbing that left thumb. We lift the elbows the same height as the shoulders. And breathe. And release, arms out. Gaze up toward the ceiling. We come down to all fours. Gonna set your block aside. We're gonna tuck the toes under. Feet, knees come closer together. And looking back at your feet, you want the bottom of the foot coming straight up out of the floor. And we're gonna sit back onto the heels, sitting tall. If you need a little more, try to inch the knees back ever slightly. And breathe. A long, steady breath. Another breath. And we come to all fours. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are under your hips. Inhale, dropping the belly down toward the mat, arch and look up to the ceiling. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, lifting your back, and the head hangs. Inhale, and tuck the tailbone, belly drops, arch, look up. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, lifting your back, and the head hangs last. Do two more at the pace of your own breath. Starting with the tailbone, the head, the last to move. And when you're done, we'll just meet in a neutral spine. Pressing those hands firmly into your mat. Middle fingers pointing straight forward. Looking at the creases of the elbows, making sure they're facing in toward one another. Tuck the toes. Inhale, lift the hips up and back. Keeping both of the knees bent so you can really lengthen through the body. You're pressing your hands through your mat into the floor. Keep your left leg bent as we take that right heel toward your mat. Bending your right, taking your left heel toward the mat. And breathe. Feel free on your own to go back and forth. Whatever feels good to you here in this moment. A leg that's holding more tension, maybe just breathe. And And come to both knees bent. And inhale, we take both of the heels towards the floor. Lift your right leg up toward the ceiling. Bring that right foot forward between the hands. Keep that left hand on your mat, on the left toes. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right, lifting that right arm up toward the ceiling. And breathe. Release the right hand down. Step back with the right foot, lifting the hips back to down dog. Left leg lifts. Left foot between the hands. On the right toes, right hand stays on your mat. And then exhale, we twist to the left. Lifting that left arm up toward the ceiling. And breathe. Releasing left hand down. Left foot goes back as we lift the hips to down dog. Next inhale, we walk the feet forward between the hands. Halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, forward. And breathe. Next inhale, we're going to root and rise, coming all the way up toward the ceiling. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Grounding yourself. Gently lift the toes so the weight is heavier in the heels. Shoulder blades go down the back. Toes relax back down. Relax your tongue. Relax your throat. And breathe. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Gentle back bend as you look up toward the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hands can grab opposite elbows. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Then hang like a ragdoll. And breathe. Releasing the elbows, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step the feet back to plank. Alakasana. Slowly lower all the way down with control. Pointing your toes. Inhale, lifting the chest. Hips are going toward the mat. Shoulders away from your ears. And breathe. Tuck the toes. Inhale, lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Right foot between the hands. Go and rest your left knee on your mat. Point your left toes. Extend the arms in front. Inhale, lifting the chest. And breathe. Long and steady breath. Release the hands down to your mat. We're going to slide backwards. Leave that right heel on your mat. Toes lift as that right leg straightens. So if it's accessible to you, you can sit back on your left heel if that is comfortable for you, or you can just stay up. And if you need more, bring the toes toward you. Breathe. If it's really intense for you to stay up, you can always grab a block and place it underneath that right hip. You're holding yourself up. That's too much. And a long, steady breath. And we come back to come forward so the right foot is on your mat. Hands frame that right foot. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Stepping back with the right foot and then take the hips to down dog. Left leg lifts. Left foot between the hands. Right heel on your mat, point your right toe. Resting the chest on the left thigh, extend the arms in front. And inhale, lift the chest. And breathe. And long, steady breath. Breath. Come forward, hands on your mat. Lean back. And here you can use a block. Rest underneath that left hip if needed. Rest on the right heel. Toes towards you if you need more intensity. Or maybe even try to fold forward. And breathe. Long, steady breath. Another breath. You come forward, hands come to your mat. Left foot is on the mat. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knees, and step the left foot back. Lifting those hips to downward dog. Right leg lift. And then right before toes in line with the wrists, so not quite as far forward. Left heel comes down onto your mat. Your left toes are pointed about 10 o'clock. As you look at your feet, your right heel is in line with your left heel. Resting the chest on the left thigh, right thigh, extend the arm in front. Inhale, lift the chest. Breathe. Relaxing your tongue and your throat. Your soft palate.
Another in breath. Fold forward, hands to your mat, rotate on your toes. Step back with the right as we lift the hips to down. Left leg lifts. Left foot, toes in line with the wrists. Right heel rotates down on your mat. Right toes pointed at 2. Left heel is in line with the right heel. Resting the chest on the left leg. Extend the arms in front and inhale with the chest. And breathe. A long, steady breath. And we fold forward, rotate onto the right toe, step back with the left, lifting those hips to down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Your knees down to your mat just for a moment. We're going to go into a warrior 3 balance pose. So we'll go from warrior 1 into warrior 3. A couple options to help. One would be to have blocks in front of your mat that you can put your hands on, or if you wanted to use a wall. So when we're in the pose, you can put hands on a wall to help balance as well. So I'll give you just a second to figure out which way you would prefer. And then we will come back to all fours. Tuck the toes. We'll lift the hips up and back. Right leg lifts. Right foot forward, toes in line with the wrist. Left heel rotates down onto your mat. Extend the arms out in front. Inhale, lifting the chest. Warrior 1. You're going to fold forward. Arms are going to be either straight in front of you or they can rest on a block. On an inhale, you're going to straighten that right leg, left leg float up. The left foot is flat as if it's pressing against the wall behind you. Gently lift those right toes. Your weight should be heavier in your heels. And relax the toes back down. And breathe. The hard adjustment to feel, but imagine if somebody were to put a glass of water right on your lower back. Your back flat enough there to keep it from sliding off. You just really want to make sure that left hip isn't opening up to the side. So the back toes are pointed straight to the floor. Breathe. And as gracefully as we can here, we're going to come back into warrior 1. So we're going to land that left foot, lifting the chest. Oh, all right, almost fell myself. Standing up. Exhale, hands down to your mat. Step back with the right foot, lifting the hips to down dog. And breathe. Left leg lifts. Left foot forward, toes in line with the wrist. Right heel rotates down onto your mat. Extend the arms in front. Inhale, lift the chest. And fold forward, hands on your blocks or straight forward, if you prefer. Inhale, we're going to straighten that left leg. Right leg floats up. Lifting the toes on the left foot. Weight is heavier in your heels. Toes relax down. Right foot as if it's pressing against the wall behind you. Toes are pointed down toward the floor. And breathe. A long, steady breath. Another breath. And here at graceful movement, we're gonna land that right foot, lifting the chest back to warrior one. And folding forward, hands to your mat, step back with the left foot. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Point the toes. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And breathe. Gonna lift the right leg up toward the ceiling. You're gonna bring that right knee to the mat behind your right wrist. Toes go toward the left wrist. Rest your left knee, point your left toes. And options here, you can stay on the hands, maybe come down the forearms. You can close the eyes, relaxing your tongue and your throat. And breathe. Long, steady breath. Another breath or two. And slowly come back up onto our hands. Tucking the left toes, lifting the left knees. Take that right foot back. Hips lift to down dog. Lifting the left leg. Left knee to left wrist. Toes go toward the right. Right knee rest, point the right toes. And same here, you can stay on the hands or come down onto your forearms. Just think to what your body needs in this moment. Gently close the eyes. Relaxing the tongue and the throat. And breathe. Long, steady breath. Another breath or two.
these bodies we will live, these bodies we will die. Where you invest your love, invest your life.
We slowly come back up onto our hands. Tucking the right toes, lift the right knee. Left foot goes back as we lift the hips to down dog. Bring your knees to the outside edges of your mat. Big toes come together and touch. Exhale, dropping the hips toward your heels, resting your forehead on your mat. And breathe. Relaxing your tongue, your throat, and your soft palate. You slowly walk the hands off the left side of your mat, right hand on top of your left. Walk the hands off the right side, left hand on top of both. Slowly come to center, sliding your hands underneath your shoulders. Using your arms to push yourself up. For this next pose, you're going to grab a strap and a block. So what we're going to do is just like we started class, you're going to have the block between your ankles. You're going to sit on the edge of the block. Then you're going to bring your right foot forward so the right leg is straight. Excuse me. And we'll take your strap around the arch of the right foot. So here, the only thing we want to be cautious of is that we don't hyperextend the knee. So it's a little hard for me to see, but just make sure you're not pushing down into the knee in any way. Inhale, we sit tall. Exhale, you pull yourself toward the leg. So you can hold on to your strap, or if it's easier, your hands can come to the mat. If you lift your toes towards you, we'll make this a little more intense. Breathe. Long, steady breaths.
Show me your heart, come on up, watch me fall apart, watch me fall apart.
Another breath. Inhale, sit tall. Just let your strap fall to the sides. You're going to bend that right leg, bringing the bottom of the right foot onto your mat. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, you're going to twist to the right. So you can either hug that right knee with your left arm, gaze over the right shoulder. And breathe. Come back to center. Bring that right leg back behind you. And we'll straighten the left leg. Strap will go around the left foot. And inhale, sit tall. Exhale, pull yourself toward the left leg. Again, here, maybe easier hands come to your mat. Keeping that quadricep engaged, no loose wiggly kneecaps. Maybe we try to pull those toes toward us. And breathe. Long, steady breath. Another breath. Now sit tall. Strap the claw to the side. Bending that left leg, bottom of the left foot on your mat. Inhale, we sit tall. Exhale, we twist to the left, hugging that left knee into the chest. And breathe.
So I'm trying to put it right. All this trying has made me tired.
And inhale, we come forward. We're going to straighten both of the legs forward. You have your strap. If you need to lower your block for a little more stability, do so. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, pull yourself toward the legs. And here again, hands can come to the mat if that is more comfortable for you. Working to pull those toes toward you. And breathe. Eyes are gently closed. Relaxing your tongue, your throat to your soft palate.
Say much, shoulders and shake your head. Take no one hurts, nothing could be said.
Relax your tongue, your throat, your soft palate.
You said time, you don't see the girls. It's trouble. Keep it quiet, but you think you might miss it. And it's strange how you cannot find any strength.
Another breath or two.
Find a way to speak out loud. Maybe you should
And slowly we sit tall and set your strap aside. And we're going to go back into Virasana on the block. So come back, sitting back on the edge of the block. You're going to take your hands so they got the little thumb, so you got like the L and the backwards L. You're going to take them and right at the top of your femur in the groin area, you're going to press down so we can really sit tall. You just give some gentle downward pressure. And on an exhale, you're going to fold forward. Then once you get close to your mat with your head, you can bring the hands forward. And maybe your head does find the mat. And if it does, that's fine. You can rest there. If you do have another block, you can always slide it forward if that is more comfortable. So when you hear or you see someone doing a forward fold where they bring their chest to their legs, you're doing it right now, just without your hamstrings. And they can clearly know how much restriction your hamstrings are limiting you. Another breath. So this is a really good pose to practice, just to help get everything above the hamstrings used to doing a full forward fold. You can slide the hands underneath the shoulders, using your arms to slowly push yourself back up. And then you can set your blocks to the side, and we're going to lay down onto our back. Go ahead and bend the legs so the bottoms of the feet are resting on your mat. I'm going to place that right ankle onto the left knee. Then you're going to bring that left knee up into the chest so the fingers interlock above or behind the left knee. And see if you can lay back far enough so that your head rests on your mat. And breathe. A long, steady breath. Keep that knee into your chest, extending your arms up to the side like a T. As you exhale, drop the legs over to the left toward the floor. Allow your gaze to fall where your neck is comfortable. And breathe. Long, steady breath. Another breath. Bring the legs back to center, uncross the right leg. So put the left ankle on the right knee. And then we bring that right knee into the chest and relaxing the fingers above or behind the knee. Lean back enough to rest your head on your mat. And breathe. A long, steady breath. Big breath. Keep the legs into the chest, extend your arms out to the side, and on exhale, rotate the legs across the body to the right toward your mat. And again, the gaze falls where your neck is comfortable. And breathe. And a long, steady breath. Another breath. Bring the legs back to center. Uncross that left leg. You're going to bring both of the knees towards the chest. Arms go between your legs as you grab the bottoms of the feet. Rock side to side. Front to back. Whatever feels good to you in this moment. Straighten the legs. Breathe. You can release the legs. Legs come straight out onto your mat. Big toes come together and touch. The heels are just hip distance apart. And on an exhale, you release the legs, allowing the feet to fall up to your sides. Arms to your sides, palms face down onto your mat. And gently press down into your mat, lifting the shoulder blades so the shoulder blades are allowed to go down the back and rest firmly on your mat. Relax down onto your mat, turning on your hands, palms back up to the floor. And then think about making the back of the neck long, resting your head back onto your mat. Eyes gently close. Relax your tongue, your throat, your soft palate. And with each exhale, release and relax, allowing the body to become heavy and to sink into your mat. You may even begin to have a sense as if you are floating in water with just the chest and face floating above.
nothing to do, no place to go. Simply breathe and allow the passive breath to breathe you. Slowly start to lengthen your breath. As your breath lengthens, start to bring awareness into your hands and your feet, gently moving your fingers and toes. With each inhale, we allow this awareness to move up the arms and up the legs, back into the body as we begin to reawaken. And slowly bend both of the legs so the bottoms of your feet are resting on your mat. Lifting your right arm, resting down the mat above your head. And as your breath moves you, roll onto your right side.
With each exhale, release and relax, allowing the body to become heavy, allowing the organs to fall towards your mat. As your breath moves you, keeping the eyes closed and the head heavy, you slowly push yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. Resting your hands in your lap. Eyes are gently closed. We bring our awareness back to our breath, back to where we began our practice. Taking this moment to reflect upon our journey from the beginning breath to the ending breath. What did we like? What did we maybe not like so much? Give yourself thanks and gratitude for taking time out of your day for you and for this practice. Be gentle, be kind, be humble, be wise. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Oh, thank you.